Video lesson prepared by N. Markandaya, lecturer in chemistry, Dr. BRR Government Degree College, Jedchalla, Department of Chemistry. So topic is carbohydrates, BS third year, so 6th semester, paper 7. Now see the ring size of glucose. So in previous class we discussed about the mutarotation and anomers and epimers. So now ring size of glucose. See the first structure of glucose. CHOH, 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 CH2OH. This is the straight chain structure of glucose. This is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon and sixth carbon. So there are 4 hydroxy groups in glucose that can participate in the hemiacetal formation. See here, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon and fifth carbon contain the hydroxyl group. So in glucose that can participate in hemiacetal formation. The hemiacetal formation at C4 carbon results in 5-membered ring refers to as a furanose and analogous with the furan. So if the fourth carbon OH participate in hemiacetal formation, so in 5-membered ring furanose is formed that analog with the furan. Furan means one 5-membered. So this is the structure of furan. So if the fourth carbon hydroxy group is participated in the hemiacetal formation, the furanose structure is formed. Hello? ఇక్కడనే మహబూబ్ నగర్. ఇంట్లోనే. పింఛన్ కాయదమ్మా అడుగుతావు.
2 నెలలు అవుతుంది మళ్ళీ ఆయన అడుగుతాంటుంది కదా. 3 నెలలు అయితే రిజెక్ట్ అయితే మళ్ళా రావాలంటే ఇబ్బంది పడుతుంది, ఎందుకు అంత అని అంటుంది మేడం.
సరే సరే, నీకు క్లాస్ చెప్తున్నా మళ్ళీ చేస్తాగు.
సర్లే, యాడేసిండు అడుగు కాగితం.
So if the C5 carbon is participated in ring closure that forms a 6-membered ring reflected as a furanose on analog with the furan. See here, if the 5th carbon hydroxy group, this carbon hydroxy group participated in the hemiacetal formation, so the furanose structure will form. The furanose structure will form. So this furanose structure on analog with the furan. The following experiment evidences is provided that glucose exists in the furanose form and not in the furanose form. So if the fourth carbon hydroxy group participated in the hemiacetal formation, so if the furanose will form. If the 5th carbon OH group is participated in the formation of hemiacetal, so the furanose ring will form. So the following experiments evidence is provided that glucose exists in the furanose form and not in furanose form. Not in furanose form. See here, this is the methyl beta D glucoside. So methyl beta D glucoside react with the methyl sulfate in presence of base. So it form a, so methyl beta 2, 3, 4, 6 tetrabomethyl D glucoside. Tetrabomethyl D glucoside, which can react with the hydrolysis with dilute HCl. It gave a beta 2, 4, 3, 4, 6 tetrabomethyl D glucose. This is beta 2, 3, 4, 6 tetrabomethyl D glucose. This is hemiacetal in equilibrium with open chain form. This is hemiacetal in equilibrium with open chain form, and when oxidized with HNO3 gave a mixture of trimethoxy glucaric acid, and the dimethoxysuccinic acid, The oxidation takes place via the intermediate keto acid and formation of these acids as a result of the cleavage of the bond on either side of C5. The keto group at C5 corresponds to OH at C5, thus the confirming the participation of C5 carbon in hemiacetal formation. So these reactions provide the finally fifth carbon OH group participate in the formation of hemiacetal cyclic ring. So because methyl beta glucoside is methylated with methyl sulfate and sodium hydroxide to give a methyl beta 2, 3, 4, 6 tetrabomethyl D glucoside. This is glucoside which on hydrolysis with dilute HCl gave beta 2, 3, 4, 6 tetrabomethyl D glucose. This is a hemiacetal. In equilibrium with the open chain form, and when oxidized with the HNO3 gave a mixture of trimethoxyglutaric acid and dimethoxysuccinic acid. The oxidation takes place via keto acid. Keto acid intermediate, and formation of these acids as a result of the cleavage of the bond on either side of C5. The keto group at C5 corresponds to OH at C5, thus confirming the participation of C5 in hemiacetal formation. So the above reactions should give the information. So the glucose exists in the furanose structure only. So not a furanose form. It exists in the furanose structure. Furanose structure is the somewhat stable than the furanose structure. So D-glucose exists in the furanose cyclic form. It contains the 6 atoms, 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen cyclic ring. It analogs with the furan. So we already know the structure of furan. This is the furan containing the 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen. So this glucose exists in the pyranose structure. So next, Haworth formula and chair conformation structures. Haworth formula and chair conformation structures. See here representing the cyclic structure of sugar by Fischer projection is unsatisfactory. So representing the cyclic structure of a sugar by Fischer projection is unsatisfactory. So Haworth projection an improvement over the cyclic Fischer projection. So cyclic Fischer projection of Haworth projection is somewhat better than the cyclic Fischer projection. So in Haworth projection, the six-membered ring is represented as a plot. In Haworth position, this is the Haworth position. So in this Haworth position, the six-membered ring is represented as a plot. See here, the converting the cyclic Fischer projection to the Haworth projection. See here, the groups on the right side of the Fischer projection. The groups on the right side of the Fischer projection are down. The groups on the right side in Fischer projection are down, and groups on the left side are up in Haworth projection. So in the right side groups, these are the right side groups in Fischer projection, so are down in the Haworth projection. The groups on the left side, see here, these groups are up in Haworth projection. See here, this is the alpha D plus glucopyranose. This is the cyclic Fischer projection formula. This is alpha D plus glucopyranose cyclic Fischer projection. See here, this is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. So in the first carbon, OH is right, second carbon OH is right, third carbon OH is left, fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH participate in the hemiacetal cyclic form. CH2OH is the sixth carbon. See here, this is the Haworth projection. So write the cyclic pyranose structure. In the first carbon, the right side OH is down. Right side OH is down, left side H is up. The second carbon, so right side OH is down, left side H is up. In third carbon, right side H is here, right side H is down, left side OH is up. In fourth carbon, right side OH is down and left side H is up. In fifth carbon, left side hydrogen and sixth carbon CH2OH. This is the Haworth projection. So groups on right side in Fischer projection are down, and the groups on the left side are up in the Haworth projection. This is the Fischer projection. This is the Haworth projection of cyclic structure. See the chair conformation. So this pyranose structure is a six-membered cyclic structure. It exists as a chair conformation. Chair conformation is the more stable than the boat conformation. See here, chair conformation. This is the chair conformation of alpha D plus glucopyranose. This is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon and sixth CH2OH. Next, see here, beta D plus glucopyranose. So this is the Fischer projection formula. So this is the Haworth, this is the Fischer projection, this is the Haworth structure. See, the right side groups all are in the downwards. See here, first carbon H is down, OH is up. In the second carbon OH is down, H is up. In third carbon H is down, OH is up. In fourth carbon OH is down, H is up. Right side groups are in down position and the left side groups are in up position. And the fifth carbon hydrogen CH2OH. This is the Haworth projection. So chair conformation, this beta D glucopyranose. So Haworth chair conformation. See here, this is the first carbon HOH. So here alpha D plus glucopyranose, OH is in the axial position. Here beta D glucopyranose, H is in the axial position, OH in the equatorial position. Only change in first carbon configuration only. So only the change in first carbon configuration only. So D dash plus glucose in pyranose ring. The carbon oxygen carbon bond angle is very close to tetrahedral bond angle. That means 109 degrees 5 minutes. The D plus glucose in pyranose ring, COC bond angle. That means like this, COC bond angle is very close to tetrahedral angle. That means 109 degrees, 109.5 degrees. The pyranose ring is similar to the cyclohexane ring. Hence should exist in the chair conformation. In the beta ionomer of glucose, all the bulky groups are equatorial. In beta ionomers, see here OH is in equatorial position, here OH is in equatorial position, in OH is equatorial position, in here OH is equatorial position. In beta ionomer of glucose, all the bulky groups are equatorial positions, whereas in the alpha ionomer, the bulky OH group at C1 is, here C1 is the axial group in the alpha isomer. So remaining all groups are the equatorial. Here first C1 OH group also equatorial in, so beta ionomer. So therefore beta ionomer of glucose is more stable than the alpha ionomer. So beta ionomer is more stable than the alpha ionomer because all groups are in equatorial position in beta isomer. So but in alpha isomer, C1 carbon OH is in the axial position. So the beta isomer is more stable than the alpha ionomer or alpha isomer. So beta ionomer predominates at equilibrium in aqueous solution. So in the last class in the mutar rotation, beta isomer exists in the 64%, so and alpha isomer exists in the 36% like that. So beta ionomer predominates at equilibrium in aqueous solution. This is the Haworth and chair conformation structures of alpha and beta D plus glucopyranose. See the next reactions of D-glucose. See here, this is the D-glucose open chain structure. This is the D-glucose open chain structure. This is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon like that. So if this D-glucose react with HI and red phosphorus, so it will give a N-hexane hexane. That means 6 carbons are in the straight chain. So in the reduction, in the presence of HI red phosphorus, it gave a N-hexane. Next, second one, D-glucose react with the sodium amalgam. Sodium amalgam, it will form a D-glucital. D-glucital. In this reaction, only this aldehyde group reduced to primary alcohol CH2OH group. So in presence of sodium amalgam. So this is D-glucose react with the sodium amalgam to form a D-glucital. And D-glucose contain the aldehyde ring. It react with the hydrogen cyanide to form a D-glucose cyanohydrin. D-glucose cyanohydrin. Aldehyde react with the hydrogen cyanide to form a cyanohydrin. So D-glucose react with the bromine water to form a gluconic acid. In bromine water is a mild oxidizing reagent. In the presence of this reagent, this aldehyde group convert into the acid group. This aldehyde group convert into the acid group. This is known as a D-gluconic acid. Next, so these D-glucose react with the concentration sulfuric acid. So this aldehyde group convert into the COOH group, and this primary alcohol group also convert into the COOH group. So it will form a D-glucaric acid. Because the concentration HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. In presence of strong oxidizing agent, this aldehyde group oxidizes to carboxylic acid group, and primary alcohol CH2OH group also oxidizes to COOH group. So D-glucose react with the strong oxidizing concentration HNO3. It gives a D-glucaric acid. So this D-glucose contain the 5 OH groups. See here, in the second carbon, OH is right side, in third carbon OH is left side, fourth carbon OH is right side, fifth carbon OH is right side, sixth carbon also OH containing. So totally D-glucose the 5 OH groups in 5 different carbon atoms. So when D-glucose react with the acetic anhydride to form a pentavoacetyl glucose. These 5 OH groups convert into the acetate group. See the like here, this OH, acetic anhydride formula CH3 CO CH3. So by lossing of water molecule, this hydrogen is replaced by the acetate group O C double bond O CH3. This is the acetyl group, form a acetate. So 5 OH group convert into the 5O COCH3. So it will form a pentavoacetyl glucose. So these all are the reactions of the D-glucose. Okay, D-glucose react with the HI red phosphorus to gives a N-hexane, and D-glucose react with the sodium amalgam to gives a D-glucital, and it will react with the hydrogen cyanide to form a cyanohydrin. So it will oxidizes bromine water. So it will give a D-gluconic acid, and it will oxidizes on concentration HNO3. It will gives a D-glucaric acid, and the D-glucose react with the acetic anhydride to form a pentavoacetyl glucose. This is the reactions of D-glucose. So this is the about the glucose. So glucose, open chain structure, structural elucidation. So and do the glucose, stereochemistry of glucose. So and the cyclic structure of glucose. Glucose exists in the mainly so pyranose structure. So and glucose exhibit a mutarotation. So and the ring size of glucose mainly exists in the 6-membered ring like a pyranose. So it is known as a pyranose structure. So and these pyranose structures convert into the Haworth and chair conformation structures. And the reactions of glucose react with the various compounds to form a so various products. Next one, see the structural elucidation of the fructose. So fructose is a monosaccharide. The molecular formula of fructose is C6H12O6. So it contains the keto functional group. So fructose is a ketohexose. It contains the ketone functional group and 6 carbon atoms. So it is a ketohexose. Next it is a levorotatory compound. That means so if fructose can rotate the plane polarized light towards the so left side direction, that means anti-clockwise direction. So it is a levorotatory. So it is the most important ketose. Fructose is a most important ketose which occur widely in fruits. Hence commonly referred as a fruit sugar. So fructose commonly called as a fruit sugar. So the structure of fructose is determined as following. See here first one, elementary analysis and molecular weight determination. The molecular formula of fructose is C6H12O6. So by the elementary analysis and molecular weight determination, the molecular formula of fructose is C6H12O6. Next, fructose reduction with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus. It convert into a N-hexane and 2-iodohexane. So in N-hexane is the major part and the 2-iodohexane is the minor part. So this reaction indicates the 6 carbon atoms are in the straight chain. The formation of N-hexane indicates the 6 carbon atoms of fructose are in straight chain. Third one is the reaction with ammonium hydroxide and HCN. Fructose react with the ammonium hydroxide to form a oxime, and fructose react with the hydrogen cyanide to form a cyanohydrin. So this reaction indicates this fructose contain the carbonyl group, C-double bond O group, carbonyl group. So this formation of oxime and formation of cyanohydrin so indicates ketone carbonyl group is present in the fructose. Next one, reaction with acetic anhydride. Here formula of acetic anhydride is CH3 C-double bond O CH3. This is the acetic anhydride formula. Reaction with acetic anhydride. So fructose gives a fructose pentaestate. Fructose pentaestate. This reaction indicates the 5 OH groups in fructose molecule. 5 OH groups present in fructose molecule. This fructose is a stable molecule. So these 5 OH groups should be present in 5 different carbon atoms. Next point, so oxidation with bromine water. So bromine water is a mild oxidizing agent. Fructose oxidizes in presence of bromine water. There is no reaction. There is no reaction. So this indicates there is no aldehyde functional group in fructose. There is no aldehyde functional group in fructose. From the reaction with HCN, formation of cyanohydrin indicates the fructose contain the carbonyl functional group. That means maybe aldehyde group and maybe ketone group. By this oxidation with bromine water, there is no reaction. This is indicated there is no aldehyde group in the fructose. There is no aldehyde group in the fructose. Next, see, sixth one, partial reduction with sodium amalgam. Partial reduction with sodium amalgam. See here, fructose react with the sodium amalgam to form a sorbitol and mannitol. Sorbitol and mannitol. Here this is the fructose, CH2OH, C double bond O, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. So first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth, fifth, sixth carbon. Second carbon is the ketonic functional group, and third carbon OH is left side, fourth carbon OH is right side, fifth carbon OH is right side, sixth carbon CH2OH. So on reduction with sodium amalgam, it will gives a sorbitol and mannitol. See here, sorbitol. So in this formation of sorbitol and mannitol, so this keto functional group convert into the secondary alcohol, CHOH here, CHOH. This is the sorbitol and mannitol. That means this keto functional group convert into the secondary alcohol. This sorbitol and mannitol both are the epimers. That means, so in sorbitol and mannitol defer configuration at C2 carbon. So sorbitol and mannitol are the epimers. This reaction, formation of sorbitol and mannitol, shows that presence of keto functional group. This is very, very important. From the oxidation, from the no reaction with bromine water, there is no aldehyde group in fructose. But the reduction, formation of sorbitol and mannitol, so it shows that presence of keto functional group. Keto means C double bond O functional group. Keto functional group. Next, seventh one, oxidation with HNO3. Oxidation with HNO3. See here, fructose, so oxidizes with concentration HNO3 to form a glycolic acid and tartaric acid. Glycolic acid and tartaric acid. The fructose formula CH2 C double bond oxidation with glycolic acid means CH2OH COOH. The oxidation takes place in the second keto group in this position. Here C double bond O group convert into the COOH group, and these primary and secondary alcohols also convert into the COOH groups. So because the concentration HNO3 is the strong oxidizing agent, so it will oxidizes the ketone lower number of carboxylic acids, lower number of carboxylic acids. So this, so here bond will break. So formation of glycolic acid and tartaric acid. Lower number of carboxylic acids takes place by ketones. So it shows presence of keto group at C2 carbon. So because the oxidation takes place at this keto functional group, this second position carbon. So it shows the presence of keto group at C2 carbon. And this reaction shows the primary alcohol group is present at C1 and C6 carbon. C1 and C6 carbon. Here C1 and C6 carbon also having the primary alcohol groups. Okay, these are the structure of fructose is determined. So this is the structural elucidation of the fructose. Okay, so elimination analysis and molecular weight determination. So molecular formula is fructose is C6H12O6. Second one is the by reduction with HI and red phosphorus to form a N-hexane. So it indicates the 6 carbon atoms are in the straight chain. Third one, reaction with ammonium hydroxide to form a oxide and reaction with hydrogen cyanide to form a cyanohydrin. These two reaction indicates the fructose contain the carbonyl functional group. That means maybe aldehyde and ketone. Reaction with acetic anhydride to form a fructose pentacetate. So it is shows that 5 OH groups in fructose molecules. These 5 OH groups are so should be attached in the 5 different carbon atoms. Next, oxidation with bromine water. So with bromine water, the fructose does not give any reaction. So this indicates the fructose does not contain the aldehyde functional group. So it may be ketone functional group. Next, partial reduction with sodium bisulfate. So by reduction with the sodium amalgam, it gives a sorbitol and mannitol epimers. By this reaction, it shows that presence of keto functional group. It shows that keto functional group because this keto functional group convert into the secondary alcohol in sorbitol and mannitol. Next, oxidation with concentration HNO3, it gives a lower number of glycolic acid and tartaric acid. This indicates the presence of keto group at C2 carbon and primary alcohol group is present at C1 and C6 carbons. So based on these facts, the structure of fructose is here CH2OH, C double bond O, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. This is the formula is the same. So this is known as a D plus glucose. Formula is C6H12O6. This is the first carbon, the second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. First carbon CH2OH group is there. Second carbon keto functional group. Third carbon OH is left and fourth carbon OH is right, fifth carbon OH is left and the sixth carbon is CH2OH functional group. So in this D-glucofructose, 3 chiral carbons are there. See, third carbon, fourth carbon and fifth carbon, these all are the chiral carbons because these carbons contain the 4 different groups. This is the structural elucidation of the fructose. Fructose straight chain formula, straight chain structure is this one. This is the fructose straight chain structure. Okay, so thank you.